it up for your next comic. It's very funny. Okay, you Camina.
I work at a Rite Aid. That's the first one. This is the first one. But like the thing about Rite Aid is like people are awful. They suck. They suck so much. Like I would love my job if I could just work with dolphins all day. But like they're so terrible. They're just awful people. But so I had to learn how to cope with them. I actually have a walking stick. I have a cane. I bought a cane. It was $19.99. I bought it for $17.49 with my employee discount. So now I have a cane. And what happens is like when I see like awful people, like terrible quality people, I just whip out the cane and they ignore me. It's great. It's an amazing system that I developed. I remember there was this one time when I was in the back of the store and I was doing Rite Aid shit. All right, you're fiending for that. But like I was doing Rite Aid shit in the back of a store, and this lady called out. She was like, "Is anyone here?" She sounds awful, so I'm gonna let that one hang. She yelled again, "Is anyone here?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm coming." And I was like, "Yeah, she's terrible." So I whip out the cane, and I whipped it out like Fred Astaire, and I started limping. I started limping. I've seen 8 seasons of House. I know this limp down pat. Like I know what I'm doing. And I walk up, and she sees me, and she makes eye contact with me, and she doesn't break it. Like it doesn't have any effect on her. And I was like, oh, I gotta get her. I gotta get her. There's a piece of paper on the ground. I put the cane on the piece of paper. I slip. I fall on my ass on purpose. She doesn't even blink. She sees me as I'm going down. She doesn't break eye contact with me. That means she's a terrible person. And I realized why she's a terrible person. She's wearing a shirt that says pro-life. So I get up and I limp to the back. I commit. I limp to the back of the register. And she has like a cardboard, like rolled up cardboard. I was like, hey, where are you coming from? She was like, yeah, I'm coming from an abortion route. I was like, oh, that's great. Like, when is the next one? She was like, oh, are you really interested in this? I was like, no. No. I just want to know where the traffic isn't. Like, that's what I want to know. Like, I'm actually pro-choice. I am extremely pro-choice. Like, I am so pro-choice that a girl in here came here, she bought a pack of cigarettes and a pregnancy test, and I high-fived her. Like, it's, yes! Kill that shit. Just, working at Reddit, you meet all kinds of people. You meet, like, really, really interesting people. I remember I was behind, like, what I'm supposed to do at the end of the day, I'm supposed to count like all the drawers out and make sure everything is copacetic. Why am I explaining my job? I'll be on the pharmacy. That's all you need to know. I'm behind the pharmacy. That's all you need to know. And I'm there and I'm doing whatever my job is. And these 2 Jewish white children come up to me and they're holding hands. And let me explain something. Jewish white, not redundant. Because I saw a black guy with a yarmulke the other day. That shit was confusing. I don't know. Because he had like a white button-up shirt with a really thin black tie. But his sleeves were rolled up and his collar was popped up. And then he paid for biscotti bread using exact change. And then he walked out with a limp. Like, I didn't know how...
It's funny.
Thank you. Wasn't for me, but thank you. But like, it was crazy. So these 2 Jewish white children come up. One's a girl, one's a guy. And the guy does all the talking because that's how they do in their culture. And he comes up, he's like, we have a question for you. And I was like, oh, I'm not a pharmacist. He was like, oh no, but it's a really weird question. I was like, yes. Give me the weird question. I want to hear the weird question. I love weird questions. He was like, all right, we're together, and we're 16, and we want to do it, but she wants to wait till marriage, and I want to do it now. So we want to know, is she still a virgin if we only do anal? I'm gonna get you a pharmacist because I don't know what. I can totally answer that question. I just wanted other people to hear those words come out of their adorable little mouth. But I know the answer to that question. You look at the guy, straighten his eyes. He's up top. Thank you. My name is Abanku Gobe.